Novak Djokovic and Rafael Nadal have played some of the most iconic matches in tennis history, defining an era with their fierce rivalry. Their first meeting was in the quarterfinals of Roland Garros in 2006, where a young Djokovic was forced to retire, handing Nadal the win. Few could have predicted then that this match would mark the beginning of one of tennis's most storied rivalries. Since that day, Djokovic and Nadal have faced each other over 50 times, with Djokovic leading their head-to-head record by a narrow margin. In late 2000s, Nadal was considered one of the best players on clay. At the time, Nadal's clay court dominance was so overwhelming that many believed he was untouchable on the surface. Media made an aura around him that he is unbeatable. But one boy dared to dream. He dreamed of becoming the best player in the world. After their match at Roland Garros in 2006, Djokovic had a press conference where he said 3 words that ignited their rivalry.
Even though he's the best and everybody thinks that he's unbeatable, I say he's not unbeatable, he's beatable.
The first ever meeting on Roland Garros between Nadal and Djokovic, and you can see Novak's confidence right then and there. At the time, Nadal was the defending champion, while Djokovic was an up-and-coming 19-year-old making his mark on the ATP Tour. But this press conference changed everything.
And that's why I'm really unhappy that I finished this way, you know, because I think that I was, even though playing pretty well today, I was playing pretty well. I think I was in control, because I think everything was depending on me. You know, how I was playing, result was like that. Because I, even with the sore back, I think I played equal match with him. I realized today that I don't need to play anything special, you know. I don't need to play anything special. You know, everybody thinks, you know, Nadal, for sure, he's the best on this surface, but he's not unbeatable. That's for sure. I realized that because I played today and I felt pretty good on the court. I broke him back like 2 times in the second set. I couldn't serve 100%, so I think if I would serve, you know, my serve is pretty good. I would use this serve and use the opportunities, and I think I would win the second set, you know. And I think I could win today. You know, I have to say that even though he's the best and everybody thinks that he's unbeatable, I say he's not unbeatable, he's beatable.
And Nadal, the king of clay, just laughed at this.
Djokovic told us he felt he had the match under control till his back problems. Do you agree with that?
¿Qué ha dicho? Oh, yes. I don't know. If he say that, it's okay. I don't need to answer that. No?
Djokovic competed well, but after losing the first 2 sets, he was forced to retire due to a lower back injury. Even at that point, the mass media was not in favor of Djokovic, something that will follow him throughout his entire career.
Nadal was wondering if something was lost in translation. Your reaction?
Are you kidding me? When the trainer came out, buddy, do you need some smelling salts? Do you want to incite Rafa? I think the next time he plays you, he is going to drop the hammer on you. You will never forget saying that. You must have been watching a different match than I was, because to me, it was a heavyweight versus a middleweight. You were being pushed back. What were you thinking about, buddy? Did you see anything different there that I didn't?
Nadal advanced to the semifinals and went on to win his 2nd consecutive French Open title, further solidifying his reputation as the king of clay. This encounter marked the beginning of what would become one of the greatest rivalries in tennis history. Although the match ended prematurely, it hinted at the potential for epic battles between the two in the years to come. Nadal had cemented his reputation as the king of clay, with an unmatched streak of dominance at Roland Garros. Djokovic had yet to beat Nadal on clay, and publicly declaring Nadal beatable seemed almost arrogant. But Djokovic wasn't merely talking, he was preparing. Fast forward to 2009. Djokovic, now a Grand Slam champion and an emerging challenger to tennis's elite, had started chipping away at the big 2 of Nadal and Federer. Though Nadal still held a commanding lead in their head-to-head, Djokovic showed flashes of his potential to match the Spaniard. But it wasn't until 2011 that Djokovic's confidence boiled over into a statement that would shift the dynamic of their rivalry. Djokovic stunned the tennis world by defeating Nadal in the finals of Madrid and Rome, 2 clay court tournaments where Nadal had seemed invincible. It marked the first time anyone had beaten Nadal in back-to-back clay court finals. These wins weren't flukes. They were emphatic victories, built on Djokovic's improved fitness, relentless baseline play, and unwavering belief that even Nadal could be dethroned.
A fantastic match for you. You must be delighted.
Yeah, I cannot be more delighted at this. Definitely, winning against Rafa for the first time on clay courts, and it's perfect place to to win in. It's his hometown. He had the support of the crowd, but I always believed from the first moment when I stepped into the court that I can win, and I played great.
So to beat him on clay, this must be a new high for you in your career almost.
Yes, well, I'm more complete player this year than I ever was, so I just know what to do on the court.
Yes, he believed from the first match he played against Nadal back in 2006, and when everyone was laughing about his words. But Nadal, who was laughing back then, was not so happy this time.
I think I didn't play my best tennis, that's true. He played very well, I think. He played fantastic for moments. It was very difficult to stop him when he played his backhand. It was very, very aggressive, and he opened the court very, very well. So I think I played a little bit short for moments. I have to play more aggressive with the forehand. When I touch the ball with the forehand, the ball must be better. No? So that's what I am thinking at the moment, and that's what I have to try to do for next tournaments every day, not only against Djokovic, but I am focused on trying to continue like this. I think I practiced very well here before the tournament, had a fantastic week of practice. Seriously, I didn't play my best in semifinals and finals. Always the conditions here are a little bit more difficult, but that for sure is not an excuse.
When the two met in the 2012 French Open final, Djokovic's confidence was evident. Though Nadal ultimately prevailed in that match, the seed had been planted. Over the next decade, Djokovic would challenge Nadal like no one else had. By 2015, Djokovic became one of only 2 players to defeat Nadal at Roland Garros, a feat he repeated in 2021, cementing his place as Nadal's greatest rival on clay. Djokovic's statement wasn't just about clay or Nadal. It was about challenging the very idea of invincibility in tennis. His belief didn't just shape his career, it changed the sport. Nadal may have been the king, but Djokovic's bold proclamation and the battles that followed proved that even kings can be conquered.
Šta ti je cilj u tenisu? Cilj u tenisu mi je da postanem prvak.